There's those broccoli nuggets that I made, and I'm just having a wrap. And James is going to talk some more about his books.
Yeah. Here's the one that's been cooking.
All right, so you're going to
for the
talk about
last,
that then.
2 days. Well, I'm going to talk about these ones. Just a
Oh,
little
first have a bite of your broccoli nugget and tell them how it tastes.
Okay. Yeah, these were the ones that you were preparing earlier today, or
Yes.
were you there?
Yeah.
So they should be as fresh as a daisy.
Yeah.
Wow. You never thought broccoli could be that tasty, I gotta say. I like broccoli taste, but it tastes like vegetables. But this tastes like, something that they'd put out in a restaurant or something like that, because it's got the spices in it and stuff like that. Do you want to review the spices that went into it, or?
No.
Okay. Anyway.
What do you think about the texture and stuff?
Well, it's great.
Okay. So you
it
like
tastes-
how soft it is inside and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of crispy on the outside, somewhat soft on the inside, and it's nice. Well, hot. It's really warm. Hot stuff is hard. I just don't like stuff that's piping hot. I'm not talking about spices. I don't like hot spices. It is nice and spicy without being spicy hot, and it's served up nice and warm. Stuff like that. So, serve these books up nice and warm. Bagels in the jungle. Something like that. You'll pardon my lousy Dutch accent. So this is in Dutch. It's translated into Dutch. It's originally by the English. I'm pretty sure he's an English author. The plane here has got the English insignia for the RAF or something like that. So I'm sure when this book first came out, this plane would have been cutting edge. That's not to say this painting was cutting edge or anything like that. Now I think I'm just going to show. It's typical kids book stuff, but they say that this W. Johns was an artist as well. So I don't know if he did these drawings or not. They're pretty good drawings. Kind of like comic book stuff. There we go. Very exciting. This takes place in Belize. Nowadays, Belize. It formerly was British Honduras, and it would have been set. That snake is incredible, but made to seem bigger than it is, or would have been, through foreshortening here. Here's Bagels flying. Stuff like that. So I don't know if it's W.E. Johns who actually did the artwork, but it's pretty good. This thing, a lot of people would consider racist. This is a bad guy, and I think he's a person of color. But so yeah, he's really hairy and stuff like that. People of color down there tend not to be that hairy. Maybe it's mixed race or stuff like that. So there's going to be stuff that in here, so I think it would have been written maybe in the 30s or something like that, in between the two world wars, and colonialism still was going not so strong, but it's still pretty strong. I'm just talking about the smell. But yeah, so it's not for people with a weak stomach or stuff like that, where they're just seeing racism under every rock and so on and so forth, and calling it out, racist. I mean, just things were like it back then. You're not going to be able to change it. Of course, you might want to change reportings of it and stuff like that, but censoring and so on and so forth. You guys are so much into it, but hopefully you don't get away with all you want to do. Ultimately, you guys are a bunch of, well, what was it that that, Elvis Costello, two little Hitlers will fight it out until one little Hitler does the other one's will. You guys aren't little Hitlers, you're little Stalins in the making. And our job, people who actually believe in democracy, we've got, unfortunately, so many jobs to take care of. You know, like we got to take care of the corporatist capitalists, corporationists. We got to take care of the corporatist militias, fascists, and Nazis out there. Recrudescent, I think might be the term. And we got to take care of the corporatist commies. And sadly, the anarchists basically are that way, because what's at least the ones who believe in direct action is, hey, I believe in doing direct action without consulting people. That's what Tiglath-Pileser believed in, roughly 730 BC. Yeah, direct action. He didn't consult anyone. It's basically l'état c'est moi, Louis XIV, for you uninitiated and unwashed. So So is that recommended? Only acquire it if you can acquire it the way I acquired it, used. And it would have been, I'm pretty sure, well, it doesn't have the little mark from the Mennonite used store, but I got it from one of those places. There's no way I would have got something like that. It's just largely for fun, but largely to a certain extent to help out with my Dutch. I didn't have the original, so I wasn't going with a bilingual. I'm just trying to pick it up. It's obviously for kids, and it always helps. It makes it easier, I should say, when you're reading something that's translated from English.
So
if
math,
you're
eh?
English. A little bit of math, you know, like I haven't, I've been
That looks
neglecting the
interesting.
math.
I
and
was
stuff like that.
looking while you were flipping through,
Yeah.
and I noticed your little check marks all the way along.
Check marks, yeah, those indicate I check mark every page that I go
Mhm.
through. How much time? 10 minutes?
Lots.
Lots of time, that's good. Check mark every page that goes through, because it's a rare book that I go through and read all the way through in one sitting. So I might read 10 pages at a time. And bookmarks, for me, tend to fall out. So it used to be I'd bookmark something, I'd pick it up, bookmark falls out, and go, where was I? And, sometimes I'd leave it